Good morning, year 6. How are you? Okay, I'm going to explain about equivalent fractions. What are equivalent fractions? Okay, we have a diagram here, or we have shapes here to show equivalent fractions. If you notice, all these are having the same sizes. Okay, the first one has been divided into, this rectangle has been divided into 2, and the next is 4, and then 8, and then 16. To show equivalent fraction, let's see first how many equal sections is each square cut in two. The first one is cut into 2, the second square cut into 4, the third square is cut into 8, and the next square, the last one, is 16. Now let's count also how many of the sections are blue or shaded. So the first one, 1, second one, 2, the third one, 4, and the last one is 8. So what fraction of each square is blue? So let's see the fraction of its shaded blue. So therefore, it will be 1/2, 2/4, 4/8, 8/16. I want to ask you, are these fractions equal? When do we say fractions are equal? If you notice, the sizes of its shaded are the same, okay? But the fractions, the numbers are different. It's not because the numbers of its fractions are different and they are not equal. These fractions are equal of its because the size of its shaded parts are equal in the same square. So if you could see here, it is half. And if you can see here, 2/4 means it's still half. With disregard, all the lines is still half, and half are shaded. So equivalent fractions are fractions with the same size or the same value. Okay, so how we are going to get from one fraction to the next so that they will be equal. So this one, if you could see, what do you notice? 1/2, it became 2/4, and then 2/4, it became 4/8, and then 8/16. So what do you notice? Did we divide or we multiply? So if the fraction, okay, is the value of its numerator and denominator are increasing, what do you think? Did we divide or multiply? We multiplied. What number? Remember, when we find the equivalent fraction, you need to either multiply or divide with the same number, okay, with the same number to the numerator and denominator. What did I multiply to 1 to get 2/4 so that they will be equal? We multiplied by 2. So 1 times 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. Same thing is true with this. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 2 is 8. Or we can say 1 times 4 equals 4. 2 times 4 equals 8. Same thing in here. Okay, so 4 times 2 is 8. 8 times 2 is 16. So we get when we find the equivalent fraction, we can multiply the same number, okay, or the same factor to the numerator and denominator. It should be the same. Let's have another example here. We have here again, how many equal sections is in each square cut into? This is 3, this is 9, this is 36. How many of the sections are blue? 1, 3, and 12. So what is the fraction of the square is blue? We have here 1/3, 3/9, 12, 36. Okay, remember, the shaded part is the numerator, and and how many equal parts the square or rectangle has been divided is the denominator. Okay, now, so what did we multiply in 1/3 to get 3/9? Are these fractions equal? How do we get one fraction to the next? We multiplied by 3. 1 times 3 is 3. 3 times 3 is 9. And then 9 times 4, 3 times 4 is 12. 9 times 4 is 36. I will give you another example. Remember, how do we find equivalent fractions? We can find equivalent fractions when we multiply the numerator, which is the top number, and the denominator, the bottom number, by the same number. Don't forget the same number. So, example, let's find 3 equivalent fractions of 2/5. So, we can find many equivalent fractions to 2/5. We can multiply with different numbers. Okay, remember, you can multiply by any number. Okay, how did I arrive at 4/10? So I will multiply this one by 2. So the same thing is in the denominator 2. So 2 times 2 is 4. 5 times 2 is 10. All right. Now, next one. So I multiplied by 2. Next, what can I multiply here to get 12/30? 12 over 30. So I can multiply this. What can I multiply in 2 to give me 12? So this one, what I will multiply in 12? I will multiply by 6. Okay, so if what I multiplied in the numerator, I will use also the same number to multiply the denominator. Okay, so 2 times 6 is 12. 5 times 6 is 30. Okay, next one. How about 2/5? So if you could see, I use another number here, another number here. So even I will use 10 or 30 or any number, but make sure that you are using to multiply the numerator and denominator, like in my example. Let's see, 2/5 is equal to 48 by over 120. What did I multiply in 2 to give me 48? So I multiplied by 24. Yes, I multiplied by 24. That's why I get 2 times 24 is 48. 5 times 24 is 120. Okay, so let's move to another example. This is a fraction wall. So all this one, this is 1/2 until here, and it is equal to 2, 4, 3, 6, 4, 8, 5, 10, and 6, 12. If you can see the size, they are all equal. Okay, now let's move to another example. Okay, can you find 2 equivalent fractions for each fraction below? Pause your video and try to find 2 equivalent fractions for each. Okay, so remember, if what number you multiply in the numerator, the same thing in the denominator. Pause your video and you can try to answer this one. Okay, let's see. So we can multiply here by 3 times 3. You should have varied answer, okay? Because there's a lot. We can multiply any number in 1/4 to find equivalent fraction. So this will be 3 and 12. Maybe you're thinking, can I multiply it by 2? Of course, you can multiply it by 2. Okay, but remember, you will multiply with the same numerator and the same number to the numerator and denominator. So this will be 2/8, and you can have more. How about this one? I can multiply this one by 5, or you can multiply it by 4, you can multiply it by 3, you can multiply it by 6, any number, but at least you have to use the same number to multiply the numerator and denominator. Do you understand? Don't forget this. So this will be 45. Okay, and then again I can multiply here by 7. So if you notice, I can multiply any number to the numerator and denominator, but at least the same number. So this will be 21 over 56. Therefore, 3/8 and 21 over 56 are equal. And this one I can multiply also by 20. So this will be 60 and over 100. So these are only a few of the equivalent fractions of 1/4, 6/9, 3/8, and 3/5. You can give me more equivalent fractions, as many as you want. It's infinite, okay? Now, so this is how to find the equivalent fractions by multiplying the same number to the numerator and denominator. Don't forget. Okay, you can answer this one in your student book, page 44, question 1 and 2. So try it by yourself. You can do it by multiplying without using the fraction wall in your textbook. We can just do it without the fraction wall. Okay, try it and then check your answer later. So I can multiply this one by 2 or 3 or 4. So it will be 2 4. Yes, I can multiply this by 5. So I will get 5 over 15th. And you can do this the rest. Okay, now let's do this one. Question 2. Which of these fractions are equivalent to 12? So you are going to write first 6 over 12. So all of it, you have to make it 6 over 12. You try if it will work, okay? Otherwise, no. So what can I multiply in 1 to give me 6? Because that is 6, correct? 6. So if I multiply 3 times 6, it will give me 12? No, because it will be 6 over 18. So this one, letter A, is not equivalent to 6/12. Let's try letter B. What should I multiply in 2 to give me 6? 2 times 3, 4 times 3. Let's check now. 2 times 3 equals 6. 4 times 3 equals 12. So therefore, 2/4 is equivalent to 6/12. So this one, B, is yes. Okay, let's try again this. 4/8. What should I multiply in 4/8 to give me 6? Can I? 4 times what to give me 6? Nothing. Therefore, 4/8 is not equal to 6/12. Let's try 3/8. You can see here there's no number 2. Is there any number? So if we will multiply this by 2, so because 3 times 2 is 6, 8 times 2 is it 12? No, it will be 16. So therefore, D, 3/8 is not equal to 6/12. How about this? Let's try it. Letter E. Is 1/2 equal to 1/6? So we will multiply this by 6 times 6. 2 times 6 is 12. So therefore, yes. So 2/4 and 1/2 is equal to 6/12. They are equivalent fractions. Do you understand? Okay, let's move on. In this question, find the missing number to complete the equivalent of its fraction. If you can see, there are missing numbers here. Missing denominator, missing numerator, and missing denominator. How we are going to find? It's the same thing. It's the same thing. You are going to find what did we multiply where there is a complete number. So here we are going to go to the numerator because there is numerator in the equivalent. Okay, so let's go to 1 times what did we multiply in 1 to give us 4. So 4, correct? So we will multiply also 5 by 4. Therefore, the missing number is 20. Okay, now we don't have in the numerator here, so let's go to denominator. Now let's think again. What did I multiply in 9 to give me 72? Yes, it's 8. So let's move here. Also 8. Blank times 8 equals 16. Or we can say the opposite. Okay, if you know, we can divide it by 8 both. So 8. So there are two ways. Okay, we can find what did we multiply in 9 to give us 72. So times 8, then we will multiply again there by 8. So now 16 divided by 8 is 2. Or times 8 times what equals 16 is 2. So 2, 9. Let's move on to the next. So let's think again. What did we multiply in 11 equals 33? Yes, it's 3. So times 3. So the answer here is 36. All right. So okay, let's try to answer this spider diagram. Complete the equivalent fractions in this spider diagram. Now, we have 3/4 in the middle. This one is missing denominator, numerator, denominator, numerator, denominator, numerator. So let's start here. Let's start here. What is missing? The numerator. So what did we multiply in 4 to give us 16? 4. Okay, so we will multiply 3 by 4. So therefore, this is 16. How about here? We will multiply again the numerator because 24 is given. What did we multiply in 24? 3 to give us 24. Or you can say 24 divided by 3. So it is 8. So 4 times 8 is 32. Now, next. So let's move here. So it's the denominator. So 4 times what equals 40? It's 10. We can put it here in the spider. So 4 times 10 is 40. 3 times 10 is 30. Okay. So now another one. So it's the denominator again. So we will check what did we multiply in 4 to give us 24, or 24 divided by 4 is, we multiplied it by 6. So 3 times 6 is 18. Now here, what did we multiply in 4? 3 to give us 6. We multiplied it by 2. So 4 times 2 is 8. Okay, now another one, we have another one here. What did we multiply in 3 to give us 15? So times 5. So 4 times 5 is 20. So you can just put here, we multiplied this one by 4. We multiplied this by 8. And we multiplied this by 10. easy. You can put it here, what we multiplied, and you will do it easily. Okay. Let's try this now. Can you try this now? Okay. So it is in the denominator. So what did we multiply in 3 to give us 30? It is 10. So 2 times 10 is 20. Let's move here. What did we multiply in 2 to give us 6? It's 3. So now 3 times 3 is 9. Now let's go here. Is the denominator. So let's check. What did we multiply in 3 to give us 12? 4. So 2 times 4 is 8. What did we multiply in 2 to give us 20? It's 10. Therefore, 3 times 10 is 30. Next, what did we multiply in 3 to give us 8? 24. It's 8. Or you can say 24 divided by 3 is 8. So 2 times 8 is 16. The last one, what did we multiply in 2 to give us 10? It's 5. So 3 times 5 is 15. So if you notice, we are just multiplying to find the missing number to complete the equivalent fraction of the given fraction in the middle. Okay, I hope you understand the lesson in finding the equivalent fraction by multiplying. The next lesson will be simplifying fraction.